Hi, my name is Marissa, and here's my story about starting antidepressants and starting that journey of just like seeking help. And this sounds so lame. I'm so sorry. No, fuck it. It's cool. It's cool. Go get help. If you think you need help, go get help. Hopefully you get more trustworthy people than I did. Where do I start? So I had a baby. 2022. Her name is Parker. Most of you know. Parker Rainier. So I had her in 2022. It was awful. Like my postpartum depression. Sorry, I'm paranoid. My postpartum depression was so bad. It was so bad, and I needed a lot more help, and I didn't get it, but that's okay. It was really, really, really bad. I would, as soon as like 5 o'clock rolled around, I would just start sobbing. Like fucking just like sobbing my eyes out. 5 p.m. I'm texting 988, and I'm not joking. Like I'm not at all. It was awful. Oh my god. Anyways, that was a really, really hard, scary time. So, naturally thought I could do it by myself. I said, it'll go away. It'll get better. Did not. It didn't. So it doesn't just get better by itself. Plot twist. You actually have to fucking work for it. That's crazy. So I dealt with that for a little bit longer. I think I got on Zoloft at some point during that. But towards the end of 2023, I was just not making great decisions. Not like bad, but calling into work. I said if there's an adventure, I'm gonna be there, and I don't give a fuck about my job. Like, I'm sick. I don't know. I would just do that a lot. So my friend Jane came to town in August of 23, and Jane, that's a crazy story. So we'll do a little story inside of a story. So in 2021, me and Zoe went to a Harry Styles concert in Seattle. It was amazing. I was only there for a couple days. I flew in the day before the concert day, flew out day after type shit. Like, I just be doing that. I don't know. I just gotta, I need to take a trip. Like, it's like an itch. I'm like, I need to, wow, I haven't been on the trip in a while. I gotta do it. I need to leave. I'm on the road. Okay. So anyways, went to Washington for that weekend, went to the Harry Styles concert with Zoe. We got there. Oh, he was wearing green pants, by the way. It was fantastic. Where was I? Oh, it was 40 degrees. We got there at 11 a.m. They didn't start letting people in until 6 or 6:30, something like that. I don't know. Raining, Seattle, obviously, in November. Very, very cold. Very, very, very cold. And here we are wearing our cutesy little, skimpy little outfits. Full body shave just in case, Harry. Sorry. So it's cold as fuck. No one's prepared for it. I'm especially not prepared for it, but there's another girl that we meet there. No, there was a girl she was wearing cutesy little white heels, and she was wearing, what the fuck is she wearing? Blue, like a blue little Shein little cute little outfit thing. Cold as fuck. Very, very cold. So we befriend her, because I make friends everywhere I go. Sorry, I thought that I had to make sure that wasn't a bug in my hair. Yeah, so me, Zoe, and Jane, we hang out for the next, I don't know, we probably meet her at noon, get in there at 6:30, so we were just vibing. We were snuggling. Close proximity, okay? We go through the whole concert together. We get separated from Jane just a little bit, and she's probably 5 feet that way. I'm just making eye contact with Harry Styles, no big deal. Have a video to prove it. No worries. I know, it's pretty cool. Kidding, I'm just fucking with you. But we were super close. Anyways, naturally we get all of Jane's contact information, and like phone number, Snapchat, whatever. We drop her off at her Airbnb, and so long farewell Jane. She goes back to Montreal, Canada. Oh my god, I had to say something to her because 1, love making friends. 2, she was speaking French. So I was like, please, tall, pretty redhead lady, talk to me with your French accent. Thank you. Anyway, so Jane goes back to Canada, and at this point, she goes back to Canada 2021, and in 2023, Jane's going crazy in like the best way possible. She's traveling everywhere. Jane, all over the map. She went to, I don't remember any of the places. I know she went to Mexico because she got a lime tattoo because she was putting a whole bunch of fucking lime on her tacos. Or lemon, lime, it was fucking lime. She went to Mexico, Germany, Italy, England, Switzerland, maybe, I don't fucking know. Jane, all over the map. You know what else she was doing? She was following Harry. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous in the best way. Like, I'm so happy that she got to experience that, but god damn, I wish I could have. At least it was one of us, you know what I mean? Anyways, Jane was just being so cool and like following Harry all around the United Kingdom and fucking everywhere. So I was so jealous. It was literally years ago, by the way. Anyways, so this is August of 2023, and I think this was one of my last straws. So I called into one of my jobs in 2023, and I was like, I'm sick, or Parker's sick. I don't even remember, honestly. And guess who I pick up from the airport? Jane. Because she is so real. She is so real. And I already know I forgot the beginning of why I even fucking started this video. Antidepressants. Okay, back on track. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I picked Jane up from Kansas City. You know where her last stop was? Her last stop on her world tour? Moberly, Missouri, baby. You're gonna travel all over the fucking country and you're gonna end in Moberly, Missouri? That's love. That's love. That's all I'm saying. So I call into work for a couple days and have a blast with Jane. Parker was 1. No, Parker wasn't even 1 yet. Parker was like 11 months. We get this tattoo right here. It says, "You sunshine, you temptress." And those are from my favorite song, which is Fine Line by Harry Styles. I listen to it. If we're tight like that, if me and you are like this, you know that's my song. That's the song that I listen to, like, during any of my special moments. If I'm having a happy moment, if I'm having a sad moment, just really something that I want to remember. I'm playing this song. Just because my memory's not like the greatest because like trauma shit, but that's okay. This is my solution. So we got "You Sunshine, You Temptress." So we got matching tattoos, me and Jane, and I was having a blast, but went back to work and got fired, which, like, rightfully so, like, I get it, I didn't show up, but it was so worth it, because, like, who has a story like that? She ended her world tour in Moberly, Missouri, just to see me. Come on, so worth losing my job over. Anyways, so in that very moment, I was like, getting a little reckless. I'm getting a little reckless. Wow. My mental health is really bad. Really, really bad. I'm in like the depths of postpartum depression. It was so bad. So fucking bad. So I'm like, hey, seek help. Let me seek help. So I went to this place and wait, why did I originally want to start talking about this? What's the spinner? What's the fucking circle? Okay, I'm thinking. Anyway, so I visit this place in Moberly and she's like, yeah, I think you have ADHD, you have anxiety. Did not even diagnose me with depression, by the way, which is crazy. You don't know ball. Me, I know ball. That girl did not know ball. But she diagnosed me with bipolar 2, not depression, which is like still so many question marks, but the amount of medicine that this girl put me on, wow, like, wow. And before this, I'd only taken like 50 milligrams of Zoloft, so not even anything of substance. It wasn't even 100. It wasn't even 100 milligrams of Zoloft, right? So she fucking puts me on 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin, 50 milligrams of Adderall. Never taken any of this before in my life, by the way. I really tried to abstain because I have addiction everywhere in my family tree. So I just tried to, for the most part, stay pretty good with that. For the most part. You know what I mean? Okay. So 300 milligrams of Wellbutrin, 50 milligrams of Adderall. Fuck else. There's another one. Lithium. She put me on 150 milligrams of lithium. And going into all of this, I was like, Doc, I don't feel good. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling too hot. And like my heart, it like really fucked with my heart. I remember I was a substitute teacher at the time because, you know, I got fired from my other job. Totally worth it. Not even impressed. I was substitute teaching in Paris, Missouri. And I remember I was sitting in math class one day and I got a notification on my watch. Sorry, I had to make sure no one was pulling up on me. I got a notification on my watch that says, hey, you should sit down. And I'm like, oh, awkward, because I am sitting down. Like, what are you talking about, diva? I know math is stressful. Math is not this stressful. I was sitting there doing nothing. It was like, I don't know, freshman or something like that. And my heart rate is 155. 155. I was 21 doing nothing. That's crazy. That was red flag. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, the tachycardia was just, it's crazy. I couldn't walk like 5 steps and down a little walkway and down a couple more steps to the road of my old house to get something from my mom and walk back without my heart being like 125. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I went back in there. I was like, hey, doc, what the fuck? Like, what? Because I literally just didn't want to kill myself. And now I'm like my physical body is trying to do it itself. That's a weird way to teach me how to be fucking grateful. Hello? I just didn't really want to be sad anymore. I kind of wanted a little hope, a little will to live, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, and she was like, I don't know about you. Take these heart problems, bitch. And I went in there, again, multiple times to talk about the situation. And she was like, no, like, this is totally normal. Like, I give doses this big to children. Jail. Y'all hear this? Children? Y'all hear what's going on here? No, because HIPAA, but whatever the fuck. So every time I went in there, she was like, blah, 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 blah. This is safe. I know what I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. And then eventually, she was like, let's try a different ADHD medicines. And she gives me like too much, like way too much. Like, my brother wouldn't even get prescribed that amount, and he used to do drugs. Like, you should not give that to someone who has never touched that shit in their lives. Sorry. Yeah, so she gives me Effexor. No, Concerta. It was the Concerta. So she switched my Adderall to Concerta, like way too high of a dose. And then I was like, hey doc, I'm like really not, I'm like really, I'm like tweaking. I'm like not having a great time here. And she's like, Effexor. Effexor, that's what you need. It's not that we need to take it away. It's that you need more. Here's this. And then she fucking tried to prescribe me like a heart rate or like a blood pressure fucking something, I don't know, to like slow down my heart. And okay, there are people coming, so long story short, she almost killed me and really fucked with my heart. So I just stopped all of the medicine, stopped everything, and I got pregnant again, got on Zoloft because I already knew I wanted to die after I had Forrest. Yeah, and I got my Zoloft through my OB. Love him. He's an angel. What else? Then at the beginning of this year, January 3rd, I went to a new psychiatrist, and she said I have ADHD, of course. She said I have major depressive disorder, and she said she didn't think I was bipolar. And I was like, okay, queen, sick. I was like, maybe she's right. Squirrel. Cute. That was like a really like, I almost thought it was a bunny. Anyways, yeah, I was like, sick. I am just depressed. And I have ADHD. That's not surprising at all. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, I get really sad, and then I kind of go back to baseline, and then I was just writing about this. I was like, so what am I feeling right now? What because it feels like a little bit of everything. I'm sad, and I'm like angry, and I'm like in denial, and I was like, there's got to be a word for this. Like, what is that one word that just like ties it all together? Because there's got to be something. And I opened Pinterest. I don't even know why I even opened Pinterest. And there's a quote that said, now I have to remember you longer than I knew you. And I was like, bars. Like, that's pretty good. And I looked down at the caption, and I was like, wow, what is that feeling? I look down. It's like, what is that feeling, period? And I look down, and I just see the word grief. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like having a moment. Because you always associate grief like when someone dies, and that's understandable, and like when you lose people. But then I just started thinking about all of the different like aspects or something in my life that it shows up in, and it's like, oh my God, I never even thought about it like grief. Maybe it's just something that comes with like shitty childhoods, shitty parents or whatever, just adverse experiences as a child. Yeah, just grief. And then after I had that thought, it was like I just sat in silence for a little bit, and I was like, whoa, when you put it like that, you're right. Like, you're so right. And then I just really had to try to do a little bit of grounding, and then I started to think about, how do I even describe it without sounding fucking crazy? I was sitting there, and I was like pretending that little Marissa was like right here. Here she is. This is her. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I never would have dressed like this. Like, I never wore dresses. I never wore skirts. I had like 2 pairs of jeans, and I alternated through those 2 pairs of jeans. But one year for Christmas, Michelle got me, I had one favorite pair of jeans. Don't look at my tarnish. I had one favorite pair or like style of jeans from Target, and Michelle used to trade like drugs for like not services is crazy, but like she'd be like, hey, I have this, could you get my daughter this one style of pant, but it needs to be in every single color. Okay, see you soon. And like that would be Christmas, you know what I mean? It would be that, and it would be a letter or like a card under the tree that was from my dad, but my mom actually wrote it. Because she didn't want us to think that Jim had like forgotten about us or whatever. Super sweet. Love that, Michelle. Oh, why did I start talking about Christmas? Why did I start talking about Christmas? Oh my god, the thought is just gone. I just enter flow state and it just keeps going, for real. I don't even know what I just talked about. It's talking about grief, talking about where it shows up. It's talking about gratitude and grounding. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. I was talking about little Marissa and how I like rotated between just this one style of pant, like different colors, and I had to wear like a super duper like baggy, it was always a hoodie. I'd never show my arms. I hated my arms. I'd never show my arms. You would never catch me armed out like this. Fuck no. What else? My hair was always in a pony. Always in a pony. I'd never walk around like that again. I think I have like ponytail trauma. Me and the ponytail are beefing because that's what I used to wear all the time when I was the most insecure of my life. Like this. Yeah, and her fucked up teeth. Oh man. I want to get, if there is one thing Jim Sharp did for me, that mofo got me braces. And Jim, you're still kicking. And I thank you for the braces so much. Best ever decision for me. So here I am, all fucked up. My teeth are like going inward and shit. And I just give her a hug. Like, wow. You get to go and do things. You get to go and be happy. You get to control this. You can go sit next to the babbling brook if you want to. You can go sit next to the water and just sit there and write in peace. Like, that doesn't have to be like a mountain lion's like fucking chasing you down. You can just sit. And just listen to the water and listen to the birds and shit. It's like, that is amazing. I never would have thought that I could, I don't know. I never thought I could just get out and do things and be happy doing it and be in peace doing it wherever I was at. I don't know. I just really look at all the things that I have now. Like, I have a vehicle. I have two. I have my Nissan Altima that I've had forever. Not very trustworthy at all. So now I have my mom vehicle, my mom car. I have a white Ford Edge. Yeah. I have a house. I have a business. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful friends everywhere I go. I am so good at making friends. I'm so good at like connecting with people. I'm really grateful for that because I've like, for most of my life, I was a self-proclaimed like introvert. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I would avoid people at all costs. It would be hard for me to like even go into a room that other people were in. Like, and my face is so red. Like, I have makeup on so you can't like really tell, but whenever I was a kid, it just literally made me want to like never be seen again. I hated my red face forever. Because whenever I felt something, it doesn't matter what it was like, if I'm super happy, my face is gonna get red. I'm like blushing. If I'm sad, my face is gonna get red. If I'm angry, my face is gonna get red. If I'm embarrassed, my face is going to get extra red. Like, I'm always fucking red. And I hated it. But now I'm good at making friends. I am good at making people feel seen, I think. I like to think so. I just make friends everywhere I go. Today, I went to a cafe in Colombia and I was working and I walked in and there were these two girls that were working there. That scared the fuck out of me. Oh my god. I was like, what man is talking to me right now? I walk into this cafe and there are two girls in there and we just like immediately start vibing. Whenever I have a situation like that, I meet people randomly like that, and if the vibes are there, I have them write in my book. And we were talking about like rankings and like the best kind of fry and the best kind of sauce, and one girl was like really talking about how she is a sauce girl through and through. What's her name? Emma. Her name was Emma, and there was Kaylin. They're so cute. But Emma, I think is what her name was talking about how she's a sauce girl. She has more sauce in her fridge than anything else. And so in my little book, she wrote me a sauce recipe. She said, "Hello. Okay, so I just freeball each time. So this is her recipe. She says to just guess about how much. This is the base of every sauce: mayo, ketchup, Worcestershire, don't fucking try me with that word, garlic, minced onion, chives or parsley, and Dijon mustard." This is girl I never met giving me her sauce recipe for free, and she gave me her Instagram, and she said that the best sauce in town is ranch from Flat Branch. And the other girl, she gave me a little entry. It says, "Hi Marissa, so happy to meet you. Never stop being a fry lover." Because we were talking about our, like, the ranking of our fries and like what's just the best. And coming in at number 1 on Kaylin, her name's Kaylin, right? Yeah, Kaylin and Emma, for sure. Okay. Kaylin said that Wingstop is number 1, extra crispy and extra seasoning. With ranch. You cannot have a Wingstop fry or Wingstop anything without the ranch. And then she said 2 is Freddy's. They got the second best fries. And 3 is Chick-fil-A. And she said her top sauces are Wingstop ranch, Cane's fry sauce, and 44 Canteen queso. So I think that's so special. Why did I start talking about connection? I don't even know why I started talking about that. I don't know. It's been interesting, like, reflecting on these past books that I've filled out, and just how much, like, my perspective shifts only within a couple days. Like, something will feel so heavy and so, like, present, and I'll feel it really hard. Because unfortunately I've never felt a surface level emotion in my life. So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's good. I feel it really heavy, which is fantastic. But whenever it's bad, I feel that even heavier, it seems, and that's just, like, not great. But it's interesting to see how your perspective shifts and how you have, like, more often than not, you have the answers. You already know the answers. It's just you need, like, another way to twist it. Like, you just might need to just, like, spin it a little bit, and you can just look at a situation just completely different. It's crazy. What else did I write today? So whenever I had come to the conclusion that grief was the word that I've been looking for, I just kind of started writing about that. I said, I'm starting to transition out of the ache and hurt and starting to enter the understanding that this pain was a necessary evil put here to teach me, not to punish me. Lesson learning is never a good feeling and is especially not easy to do. But when the lesson finally sinks in, like for real this time, it genuinely feels freeing. When you somehow crack the code to really surrender to the situation, when you really accept that there's nothing you can do about this situation, when you finally allow yourself to leave the stages of grief and to set the ache down, the relentless urge to do everything in your power to control the situation. I feel like I forgot a couple words there, but that's okay. When you finally accept that there's genuinely nothing you can do, it kind of oddly starts to feel a bit lighter. When I finally snap the fuck out of it and back and... Oh, okay. When I finally snap the fuck out of it and look back with brand new eyes, I see the experience completely differently. Okay. I don't know what I just talked about for the last 31 minutes, but do with it what you will. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, my name is Marissa. I don't know if anyone's listening, but if you are, this is for you. Mwah.